by far the best that I discovered. The reasons being was the thoroughness of the hearing assessment, which was a normal hearing test that you must have had if you've ever had hearing aids, and other tests like speech and sound. He then had a detailed conversation in which we discussed my hearing challenges, because as a teacher I'll be teaching in different classrooms which have different acoustics. Also, I mentioned the problem that I have with various hearing infections due to fully occluded ear molds, etc., which he had a solution for. So I found him to be very knowledgeable on that. In terms of technology and models on the market, he was able to offer a suggestion which was very impressive to me. At that point, he used some demonstration models with my ear molds of a Lynx 2, which he then programmed using real ear measurements. And initially, as soon as he turned them on, I started to talk. I noticed my increased speech volume, which was obviously a sound of compensating for the poor hearing aids I've got before. We then went outside, and I was pleasantly impressed by the sound of wind blowing leaves, car doors slamming, road traffic, all these sounds, the footfall of Neil behind me, all of these were a revelation. So it was obviously picking up a hell of a lot more sound than what I was currently used to. So after that full demonstration, he's shown me also that what could be done in terms of remote control to reduce things like wind noise or background noise, and how to direct the sound pickup. He then mentioned that this could all be done by an iPhone app. So this was all very impressive. I then, the evening of that consultation, received an email which contained a report on everything we discussed, complete with a copy of the audiogram for the left and right ear, and it explained in detail what we had discussed and what might happen. So after that, I visited another couple of audiologists, but none of which gave me the confidence that Neil did. I then went to see him, and we made the deal to go with that and Lynx 2, and within a fortnight we got the actual hearing aids to use. He programmed them again using real ear measurements. It was not plain sailing. The sound quality was great, but there were some issues which we had to overcome, and Neil is very, very determined, and he will bust a gut to try and make sure that these issues were overcome, and eventually we managed to get round it and solve it. So since then, I have had a better hearing experience since I've ever had using NHS hearing aids. Yes, it's a large amount of money to pay, but having done my research and been to 5 different audiologists, I can honestly say out of the 5 that I visited, and 2 of them are major high street suppliers, this is the best one. So you need to come and visit him. So if you've got any issues with quiet life, this is the place to come. Neil in the Ear Clinic.